This episode and every episode is shared in laughter, love, joy, and respect for those in the fashion world between two besties who also enjoy fashion.
The Garment Studio podcast amplifies the Chicago fashion scene and highlights the craftsmanship within it. Welcome, we're your hosts, Chloe
and Bree. Let's get into today's episode. What's up?
Hey, mama.
How you doing?
I'm all right. We've been doing stuff.
We've been doing stuff today, y'all.
Yeah, we've been doing stuff.
Y'all not ready for what is coming.
Oh, goodness. I'm excited, but it's also like, ooh, who told us to do this?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Who told us to do this? Gotta be the Lord.
Gots to be.
Okay, anyway.
Gotta be, yo, everything. You know that was B5? Was that B5 or is that, not B5? Not B5.
I'm about to
What's
say.
them called? B2K.
I still don't think it was them.
It was B2K.
I believe you.
Gotta be, yo, everything. You know how toxic that is? Anyway, go. Sorry, go ahead.
Bree's first thought. So, you guys, I mentioned a couple episodes back about that Vogue India article you had sent me. And it's about it's literally the title of the actual article is, that sounds so like funny. Anyway, the title is, in 2025, best friends became the new boyfriends. And so it's not a long article at all, but basically it's about how, like the title says, best friends became the more important relationship. Y'all know? I was trying to think of an acronym.
What?
FTN.
Fuck that nigga? Is that what that is?
Fuck these niggas.
Oh, okay.
But, sorry. Not my nigga, but he be getting on my nerves, but yeah, but for sure, this is they saying basically this was the theme. This was what's happening a lot. Yeah. And I can also say from just being on Instagram, that is a lot of the content that I was seeing was best friend content. Yes. Being with your girls, being with your sisters, your cousins, going on girl trips, anything. And actually they talked about it in the article. Okay. As far as like, we don't want it, like women didn't want to see you going abroad with your man. Oh. They wanted to see you going abroad with your girl.
Yes.
Having this, girl time, sisterhood time.
Yeah. And
I would say I do like seeing it.
Yeah, I don't hate seeing it.
Like, I loved it. I was like, oh. Like, it makes you want to, like, let's go get dressed up and just get food. Or,
Yes.
I love that. So, an interesting part of the article that the key for marriages to work well is reciprocity. Reciprocity.
Brianna.
It's a tongue twister for me.
Okay.
Just being reciprocal. Okay, guys? They were saying Dr. Lowe was basically saying that women felt like in their romantic relationships or marriages that they felt they had the brunt work of caretaking, cleaning, even initiating serious conversations, having to ask for support, having to ask to have hard conversations and things of that nature, even with a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? And then you're doing all these things, and they're saying that specifically for women who are stay-at-home moms or whatever. But what they find in their relationship with their female friends is that they don't have to ask that. It's just reciprocal. That's it. They're thought of. And it's like, I didn't know we was getting this deep in this article when I was getting into it. I was like, whoa, okay, this is what we talking about. And I feel like that's like the biggest thing. But the part that I wanted to read was, it says, a good friend answers your panic midnight calls, takes hours takes hours out of their Sunday to help you move into your new apartment, plans the ideal birthday dinner only they know how to get right, not because they're expected to, simply because they choose to. And I think that, like, even with us, when you were like, for your birthday, you were like, yeah, figure that out. Oh. And this is not the first time that you said that. Like, this is not the first birthday. You were like, yeah. But even to, like, think, like, you, like, trust me enough to be like, Brianna doing whatever for my birthday. I don't know.
Because I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. If you leave it up to me, it's not going to get done.
It made me think of that. And I was like, but if your birthday is that important to you and like how you celebrate it, and you're just like, yeah, they got it, or whoever got it. Yeah, it's really a form of trust for real, because you don't know what's going on, and if they mess up, you like, dang, this is what you had. But typically, that's not what happens. Well, I don't know. Maybe there is things that happen like that, but I don't think that happens a lot. And so, also, I'm going to read the very last paragraph they have. Okay. So, in a culture that hasn't quite figured out how to formally appreciate platonic bonds, and likely won't anytime soon, this is what this says. The question isn't rather friends are the new boyfriends, or if they should replace romance. Maybe the deeper truth is that friendship has always been the blueprint for a healthy partnership. But the model of care, reciprocity, and steady commitment, all of our relationships should be measured against and not placed beneath.
I just said that to you when we was at the Mauna Leo thing.
Yes.
That's crazy. You know, I sent this article to you, but I never read it.
I know you didn't. You told me you didn't read it.
I like the name of this title. I liked it.
And it was something else that I pulled from it that I thought was interesting, because when you think of, like, again, I'm just thinking of you and I, and when we began our friendship, it wasn't on an incentive of something else.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Just reciprocity. Not reciprocity. Proximity.
Yes, proximity. But then I think, like I said, I don't know if I was truly aware of even reciprocity. Like, what was, like, happening. It was just like,
You know what? I think I was. Because you know how I don't like to be like, that's my friend? Unless it's like a thing. I don't like to give so much of myself to someone and they are not reciprocating that back to me. And if I notice that you're not doing it, for sure we're not friends. Yeah. But I think after a certain while, I'm like, oh, like, she felt with me. She might actually felt with me.
I feel like I've got that feeling, but like a year or two ago, like, to be aware of it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think I already felt that. That's why I was still your friend.
Yeah.
But it was just not something that I was like, that I was truly aware of. She really fucked with a kid. And I really fuck with her. Like, she cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is interesting, even like with romantic relationships. Yeah. I think nowadays it is so based off of the incentive. Rather that's sex, rather that's just having a partner to do things with. Rather it is marriage at the end of the day. You know, I think that, like the article is saying, like, you could just be missing just having a friend. Yes. Just being friends. Yes. And that's okay. That's great.
And that is okay.
You gotta have friends. Y'all know that friend? My friends, real friends, girl, better than your friends.
You should have started with that.
Hey, when they came out with that, baby, when they came out with the Carters, period. Anyway. So my first thoughts is be good to your friends.
And if you haven't,
you should try to fix it.
Yes.
And if it can't be fixed, that's okay.
Yeah.
You can mourn and grieve and then move on, because there are more people out in the world.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
Get some good people around you. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
So today's topic is sustainable fashion.
Yay!
Yes.
We love saving stuff.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, granted, it could be a little consuming. Yeah, but you know, you just got to make sure you do the things the right way.
Yeah.
But anyway, what is sustainable fashion? According to Google, Sustainable fashion is an approach to designing, producing, consuming clothing that minimizes environmental harm and promotes social justice, considering the entire life cycle from raw materials to disposal, focusing on ethical labor, eco-friendly materials, waste reduction, and transparency to create a more circular and equitable system.
Now, is it every single thing, or can it be parts of these things, a part of the whole definition?
And so this is the thing that, like, I'm not completely clear on, because sustainable can be sustainable it could change from person to person, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There isn't like a specific, like, this is what sustainable looks like, or sustainability looks like for the entire world, because we all have different access to different resources, whether natural or not. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so it kind of like changes from place to place, person to person, which at that point it's like, well, is it really sustainable? Because it's, like, it's going to change regardless.
Yeah.
So I have a series of questions for you, or just in general, maybe we can just talk through them.
Okay.
So this begs the question, why does fashion have to be sustainable?
Why it needs to be.
Why does it have to be?
To me, I think it has to be.
Okay.
Because there's only so many, if we're just thinking about fabric.
Okay.
What is it? It's cotton, silk, wool. I'm missing maybe another natural fiber.
Oh, okay.
I'm missing something. I think.
I
maybe.
can't think of anything right now.
But.
Oh, linen.
Yeah, linen. But that's 100% cotton, no?
No.
Not necessarily.
Linen is like linen. Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. Anyhow, what I was getting to was that those specific things come from the earth.
Yeah.
And because it's used in lots of things.
Absolutely.
Not eventually it's going to run out, but like it could. And then when you go to the man-made fabrics or synthetics, and they're not, what is it called when things can go on the ground and then it can absorb? It can be absorbed.
Biodegradable.
They're not biodegradable. So it's waste.
Yeah.
Just sitting somewhere. And we've seen, I'm assuming that we've all seen the piles and piles and piles of waste.
Yes.
That is everywhere on the earth. That is like the thing I think of the most when I think of sustainability.
Yeah.
Is how is it helping the earth to be sustainable?
Right.
Because resources are there until they're not. And unfortunately, there will be a day of not.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what I think of. I think of fashion being as big as it is. Everyone has to have clothes. Rather is this beautiful garment or not, you got clothes on.
Yes.
And if you're not wearing them, they're somewhere else. Rather, they're taking up space in your home or on the ground.
Yeah.
Literally not doing anything, not being able to be absorbed. What's happening with it?
Yeah.
So, of course, I love the idea of upcycling. I love the idea of sustainability, making sure that these things can be reused or in many different ways. I love that idea. But also comes with that is discipline.
Yes. So it's like, does fashion have to, like, in its life cycle, you wore this shirt, you bought this shirt, say it's 100% cotton. You wore it for a decade and now you're done with it. What do you as a consumer do with that? Do you donate that and hope that next cycle goes to someone who would wear it? Or are you like burning it or using it for compost? Like how do you how do you give it another life essentially?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to like actually like
it's hard
to implement that.
Yeah, it's hard to know what the next thing is, because if most people, easiest thing is donating.
Yes.
I give it to somebody else. But like even then, if they wear it for another 10 years, they're going to be done with it.
Yes.
And it's like, are they going to make sure that they did something else with it? They burned it, or they use it for a cleaning rag.
Right. Or revamp it into something else.
Yeah. Are they going to do that?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for this, but it just begs the question at all times, like, how, like, does fashion need to be sustainable? Yes, but how?
Yeah.
That's just kind of what it like leads to every time.
Yeah.
What currently about the fashion industry is wasteful or harmful? I think my guess is, like, even though most clothing is not, I'm not going to say most, a lot of clothing is not using natural fibers.
Yeah.
And when they use synthetic fibers, those synthetic fibers cannot break down, like you said. So it has to be turned into something. And there's only so many businesses in the United States that, like, recycles cloth or fabric to be, like, used and bought by someone else versus, like, pre-made clothing that needs to be turned into something.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of impossible. And then a lot of the time, the United States, which I didn't even know Ghana was a market for this, but they send a lot of, like, the old clothing or whatever it may be, like things that get donated to Ghana, and it's just sitting on their land in like giant mountains.
Wow.
And it's just like, and I want to say Ghana is the second largest market for secondhand clothing, I think. Like, it's really vast. And I was like, I had no idea that was even a thing.
No.
And it's just like, but this, you're not ending the problem. You're just giving the problem to somebody else.
Yeah,
like,
on another part of land.
Exactly.
Same thing needs to happen to that land.
Yeah. And so it's like, what is actually being done about this? I don't think unless they stop making synthetic clothing, this will ever be.
We wouldn't have a lot of things if they stopped making synthetic clothing.
But we would feel a lot better physically. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But I just don't see this not being a thing anymore.
Say your question one more time.
What currently about the fashion industry is wasteful or harmful?
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Because I'm like, there's so many things. Like, obviously, like you're saying, just the amount of clothing that is being produced.
Yeah.
And
a lot of fast fashion.
Lots of fast fashion. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Even those people who think of clothing as art,
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to the thing of, like, okay, you might have done right with this, but the next person may not.
Exactly.
So how do we get sustainability to be important to everybody? Now, that's a question I have no clue.
You know the saying, like, people don't see something as, like, devastating unless it happens to them.
Yeah.
Essentially, it gotta hurt.
Yeah.
That's my personal belief. Sometimes some things have to hurt someone for them to change. And I feel like that about a lot of things.
So if
but it gotta hurt you.
Your clothes get up, start trying to kill you or something.
That's literally insane. I wasn't thinking that part.
Way too much TV. I mean,
it has to be something like earth shattering. You know, you gotta be like, all right, I gotta actually, like,
even dyeing.
Oh yeah,
dyeing fabric and all the things, and that's a lot of water and all that.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's kind of heavy.
It is. There's so much.
Yeah. And I guess that, like, leads me to my last question. Outside of sustainable fashion, are there ways to correct the issue of harmful fashion? So outside of being sustainably fashionable, are there other ways to correct the issue of harmful fashion? I think I just said it was stop making synthetic clothing. That's half the world. Like,
what if,
you know what I mean?
What if there was, like, a cap on how much
I didn't even think about that. That's good.
Is being made.
That's true.
Hey, this company, you can only make X amount of units.
Dang, then is that a business now? It's not like the government is controlling that business. That becomes a government thing. Like, that gets sticky.
Yeah, it does.
But like, they're like, so I think it's the Fashion Week, London Fashion Week. They have banned the use of using furs.
Wow.
But that's them controlling them versus like the government controlling a business. So unless the fashion industry says no more synthetic clothing, sorry guys, unless the fashion industry says no more synthetic clothing, then it'll just continue. And granted, a lot of businesses that have clothing, majority of their clothing is synthetic because it has to be. So like think about like workout clothing.
Yeah, it has to.
Spandex and poly leggings, that's for a reason.
Yeah.
But it's also plastic and you're sweating and it's said to like be breathable and help you like wick away sweat. But at the end of the day, it is plastic. That's its beginning origin.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really kind of crazy to really like sit and think about. Now, granted, a lot of these companies have like so much technology to where they're like trying to implement good benefits to their synthetic clothing, whether it's like something either silver or charcoal based in their clothing to like wick away like sweat, but also scent, so get away like sweaty smells and things like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like that is going to wear off because so many people are washing their clothes, and if they're washing them by hand or they're using really strong detergents, like all of those things affect whatever technology you're putting in your clothing. So I feel like I just went on a tangent with that, but no, like it was good. It all matters at the end of the day. Now, granted, there are care labels and all that stuff, but like a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, I do. I mean, and that's probably just because of my profession.
Right,
but,
right.
I think that like if something said for me not to put it in the washer,
right.
I've definitely put it in the washer, depending on what it is, only because of my knowledge of it.
Right, you know what the end use would look like if it's not like.
Yeah, and it's like okay, I can figure that out, but like, I was thinking, as you were talking about that cap thing.
Oh,
capping businesses at whatever, and then like even this becomes more of a government thing.
Yeah,
is like capping purchases based on like
we is not North Korea, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that getting a little crazy. But can you imagine that though? Like, I mean, granted, I'm not even trying to poke fun at North Korea because I don't want no smoke. But like, it's that heavily regulated.
Yeah,
it's that controlled. And I don't know. Granted, we are in the fashion industry,
but that really still doesn't do anything as far as waste goes.
What do you mean?
Like, that doesn't get rid of the current waste.
Oh, true. That's true. That's true.
It just, I mean, I guess it kind of helps because it's not making more waste.
Yes. Yeah, but the current waste, we still got to do something with that.
Still got to do something with it.
I don't know what else, like, unless, I don't even know if it's even safe to burn synthetic clothing on a large scale. Because those are chemicals. At the end of the day, they're going to the atmosphere.
They're going to do something.
So whether they're here in the physical or in a gaseous form, they're still here. Oh, I'm like, what's wrong with you? You about to be like, I thought you was distraught. But sustainable fashion is
really hard.
And unfortunately, it shouldn't even be like sustainable fashion. It should just be fashion. It should be already sustainable in a way. But here we are, 2026.
And trying to figure out how to. I'm sure there's ways that people have thought about and maybe even implemented, but maybe it didn't last too long. Again, because I think when you get into human error, human discipline, human whatever, we are humans. I think that the value has to be the same. I mean, that's why we have so many green groups.
Yeah, for sure.
Rather it's for animals, rather it's for the water.
Yeah.
You know, rather it's for humans. There's so many different groups, and that's why it works within their group. But it's like, how do you make sure that everyone gets the message and gets it now?
Yes. Yeah. And make it urgent.
Make it urgent.
I don't know, Mama. It's really hard.
But I do think it's important.
Absolutely.
Because, like, maybe not now for us, but our children's children.
Yeah.
They may be looking like the Hunger Games.
I'm not even gonna say what your president is trying to do right now, but
why he gotta be mine?
Oh, well, he ain't mine, so he gotta be somebody's, but he ain't mine. But yeah, that's a different story for a different day.
But I think it's something that we should definitely try to do.
And of course, we only can control ourselves at first, right?
Yeah.
And the people are going to rock with it or not.
And again, I think it's going to be like this word of mouth thing where it has to be someone that is that close to you that says, hey, I started doing this thing and it became beneficial to me in some way. Mm-hmm. I started to feel different with this, or I started to feel different with that.
Right.
And I feel like it's going to start like how feminine products is for us.
What do you mean?
Feminine products, pads, tampons, how you starting to hear that.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe even before, and then you're like, okay, well, let me try it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was very true.
And I think, like, that's like one of the things I can think of that I was like, that's something I heard.
Yes.
Yeah. You never experienced it for yourself. So you're like, well, let me try this. Mm-hmm. They say it changes your cramps. They say it changes this,
and it did.
And I'm like, oh, you know.
And so now, like, that's a new...
Yeah.
Like lifestyle.
And it's like, but you know, women have cycles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And we have to do something about it quickly because it affects us.
Urgency.
Yeah.
It's an urgency already. So it's going to have to be something that all humans
have to experience, whether it's food, shelter, and water. Like those are the basic needs and a sense of belonging. It has to affect one of those. Yeah. And I feel like number one is going to be shelter because it's shelter in most cases because we all need shelter in some form. And if it's like, all right, it's too many synthetic chemicals and clothing out on the earth, we gotta shut down the whole state of Texas. You know what I mean? It gotta be such like devastating on that large of a scale. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess.
It's so interesting to me too that how fashion is still connected to a lot of things. You know, so even eventually it could affect our water. It could affect how we grow produce. Because of these chemicals, because maybe something did, plastic can't be absorbed, but maybe something did get absorbed within and contaminated this whole land. Now we don't got no tomatoes. What we gonna do? We don't got no ketchup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What happened? We got 10 minutes.
It's a censor. She just got up and did that.
Oh.
That's funny. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that's what it is for sustainable fashion.
Yeah. That was good.
But I do want to shout out at least one sustainable fashion designer in Chicago.
Oh, yes.
So we went there for Chicago Fashion Week for their show.
Yes.
Cone Ranger.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.
Shout out to y'all for being sustainable. It's really important.
Yeah.
Even if, I'm not going to say y'all don't think it may be important, but I know you think it's important because you're doing it. But it does create that effect like we were just saying as far as like word of mouth. Like, oh, that's sustainable, like how they reuse clothing and do whatever they need to.
Yeah.
Let me like try to incorporate more of that into my wardrobe.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I got the shirt that I ain't doing nothing with, but I can probably remix it with this one and see what it do. So yeah.
And even I don't know where I heard of. I think it was just on our fashion resources, the waste shed.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Being able to like donate your fabrics and things like that. Because again, if you're not passing it along to someone else, like just literally, I can pass on this fabric to you. You can give it to a place like Waste Shed, where again people come there to specifically get things. And
you may
like
need
that.
something from there too. So you can get it. So you know.
So. Just start somewhere.
It'll catch on to either someone closest to you or you'll build such a lifestyle around that it's going to be like very helpful. Maybe only just to you, but it'll be helpful.
Yeah. One person at a time.
One person at a time. Okay, y'all. It's Mental Health and Mindfulness with Chloe.
Chloe in the building.
Okay. So for this segment, of course, it's about mental health and mindfulness, like we just said, but it's more about what you're intaking. Okay. Sure. So my notes are like, I need to radically clean up my eating habits. And I feel like I say that all the time, but it needs to be a more consistent basis. But I have to like tie that with an actual need or desire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not just being like,
ooh. Because I just got something in my head. Go, girl, go.
Yeah. So it's like, of course I got to eat healthy because it's better to eat healthy. Why would I want to eat terribly?
Yeah.
But I got to tie that to something that will motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is yet. But obviously, number one is just to feel good in my body.
Yeah.
That's always going to be top.
Yeah.
But I still got to tie that to something. I don't want it to sound vain, but I got to tie it to something that's like
bigger than you.
Physical. Yeah. True. So I need to eat more nutrient-dense foods for all my meals and most snacks. You've been telling me this whole week to bring something healthy. I brought nothing. We literally had to stop to get something.
Yes.
Which is okay.
But you just ate some chips and them chips.
Oh, I wasn't even going to bring that up. But thank you for busting me out. I actually forgot I even ate that.
I'm so sorry.
But do you see how I'm not even mindful of that? I forgot I ate them chips. That's terrible.
Yes, I understand.
But thank you for bringing that to my attention. Totally forgot I was eating them.
I had a list of things.
What?
What you should
snacks. Bring? Yeah, that's true. But I didn't bring those either.
I didn't bring those either. So
I really was wanting it though, because when you kept saying that, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring some broccoli." Not like
just eating broccoli.
Yeah, like raw broccoli.
That's crazy.
I love raw broccoli.
Yeah, like you like sardines.
Oh yes. Anyway, that would have been too crazy to bring in here because if the oil got, that's just too much.
No.
I could have made like a little, how people be making tuna and they be using crackers or make a tuna sandwich. I could have made a sardine sandwich, but not like I usually eat the sardines whole versus like
chopping them up.
Yeah,
So do you see the face on them?
They have the heads cut off sometimes. Most times.
But you still see like it's cut off?
Yeah, but you don't even know. Like you could tell the tail from the head, but both ends are like
chopped off.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, keep going with your mindfulness.
I actually gotta go grocery shopping and buy some more. So a clean diet and the appropriate vitamins and minerals promote your good gut health. Mm-hmm. And your gut, as they call it, the second brain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, it affects your mental health. So, for example, I know that my mood is greatly affected when I don't get like a lot of sun. Mm-hmm. So, like, I have to also be mindful of like when I don't eat a meal, because I didn't really eat no meal for real today, that my mood may fluctuate in the worst way. Mm-hmm. And I need to take my vitamins and my supplements more regularly too. So that's what I'm trying to like focus on is like not only my actual brain, but my second brain, which is my gut.
Yeah.
I know that by eating like kimchi, I love eating kimchi. It's so good. I tried to eat it like at the end of the night because it's so garlicky, like you could offend someone with your breath. Mm-hmm. But it's just good for your gut microbiome to like get what it needs from that because that's just pure good bacteria. And reduces bloating. Kimchi? So it's just fermented vegetables.
Oh, okay.
So think cabbage, maybe some carrot.
Okay.
Something like that. And they ferment it for however long. Mm-hmm. And it could be spicy. It could not be spicy. I prefer spicy.
Of course.
And I just take like a scoop or two. I try to take a scoop or two every night. So it's like basically eating yogurt, but in vegetable form. Mm. Literally like yogurt. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Again, I still got to work on my other stuff too. Like I'm still radically trying to change my life.
Yeah.
It's quite exhausting. But I'm trying to be more mindful because I am in control of me. Mm-hmm. Whatever I'm not, I guess, receiving from the things that I'm doing is because I did it the wrong way or I didn't do it right at all. Yeah.
So
I can grace. But at some point, grace, I'm not going to say grace going to run out.
Or it just becomes an excuse.
Exactly.
I could just give myself grace.
Exactly. How much grace you need? Ain't grace supposed to be like not all the time? It's not supposed to be like that. Anyway, it ain't. Not get churchy.
Well, I was about to get a little churchy.
Oh, okay.
Because when you were saying that you basically need to figure out how to enjoy it or like
want to do
something.
Yeah.
It made me think of my girl Megan Ashley, and she had a woman on her podcast named Denora.
Okay.
And they were talking about like obedience and everything.
Okay.
And they said you need to figure out how to delight in obedience. And it made me think of what you're saying. Like, you need to figure out how to delight in eating well.
Yeah.
And treating and stewarding your temple well. That's what you have. That's what you're saying. So I was going to tell you to pray about that. God, show me ways and how I can delight in this.
Yeah. You right. I ain't got no rebuttal for that.
It ain't gonna, he gonna show you real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got to do, y'all. I got to pray about eating well and wanting to do
and wanting to do it. Yeah.
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 So that's what it is, y'all.
I'm excited for you.
Thanks. Okay, guys, and that's the episode. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Garment Studio Podcast and follow us on social media on Instagram and TikTok at The Garment Studio Pod, and continue listening to wherever you get your podcasts. Bye.
Thanks.